Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, and today we're going to be making a simple to-do list in Laravel. It's nothing too fancy, but you could make it look more better. You could style it to something more better. So let me input a task name to build a web app. To build a web app, task type is coding. The task date is today. Set up task using just build a web app for a client at work. So I can submit tasks. When I get this one, you have made a task today. So after that, now I can view all tasks. So these are some of the tasks I've done. I can view all tasks here. I can create another task again. View all tasks. Okay, so this is what we are going to be building today. So I'm going to close this up. We're going to be building from scratch. I'm going to close this up also. And I'm going to open my command here. Open it up. Okay, now I'm going to be using Laravel 8 for this. Let's say composer. Let's say create project. Create project. Laravel / Laravel. Laravel / Laravel. I'm going to call this my to-do. My to-do. I'm going to say 8 dots and asterisk like that. Okay. So here we are installing Laravel 8. You can come to the documentation here. Come to Laravel. This is Laravel 9. You can install Laravel by just copying this one, by just copying it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not using Laravel 9. I'm using version 8. So that's where you install it. If you want to use version 7, do the same thing. Okay, still building it up. You can skip the video. This is still building it up. Okay, guys, we are done. So now I'm going to cd into my to-do. Yes, I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code. Okay. So now I have a fresh new Laravel project running now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say PHP, I'm going to run my server by saying PHP artisan serve. And I'll open up, I don't think I need that anymore. So I'll close this, come here. So you can see I have a new brand with Laravel project. I have a brand new Laravel project. My route, I'm going to open my route, my web.php. So this is what is running. If I change this to /OK and I refresh, you can see it breaks, but if I come and say / OK, you can see it comes back. Alright, So I'm going to take this out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create the view. I'm going to be creating the view. Come down here. This is where I come the blade. I don't need it anymore. It can go. Okay, anyone. So I'll create a folder, call this layout. Sorry about that. So in this layout, I'm going to create a app.blade.php. Then inside my views, I'm going to create another one. I'm going to create make tags blade.php. Okay, good. So now in this app.blade.php, I've made the user interface already. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy everything done here. By the way, I'm using Bootstrap. I'm going to place it down here. Okay, I'm going to copy what I have here, the container here. Copy everything. I've got it. Then I'll come here and say extend to layout. This layout here. Did I say layout? Just layout dot app. Now open a section, contents. Now I'll say end section like that. Then I'm going to paste it right here like this. Then I'll come to my app here and I'll make a yield. I'll call this yield contents. Okay, good, interesting. So to see maybe it's working already. This route here, I don't need it anymore. It can go. So what I'm going to do now, I want to create a controller. So I'll create a new terminal. Say PHP artisan make a controller. I'll say to do controller like that. Okay, good. I'll close that up. Then my controller lives here, app.http controllers. You can see I have my to-do controller here. Okay. So now I'm going to create a public function. This is going to be create like this. I'm going to return a view back to the user. This view is going to be make tags like this. I'll come to my web.php. I'll create a route. I'll say get, and I'll say slash make tags like this. I'll say to do controller class. It's going to be create like this here. Okay, now to see if it's working effectively, we could come here and set this to create. 404 not found. Oh, I said make tags, not create there. Okay, it's not there. So now we can see we have this. So I'm going to close that up. So this is what we have here. So what I've done is that I created a folder under my views called layouts. Then I created a file under that layout, calling it app.blade.php. Then I have this inside there. Then I set this make tags.blade here. So I extend this app, I extend it to this app.blade here. Alright. So the next thing we are going to do now is we're going to be working on the validation form here. So we're going to go back to our to-do controller, come down here and say we have a public I'm going to say store. I'm going to say store request like that. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say validate. I'm going to say this request on an array. Say tags. Say tags. Tags name is going to be what? Required. I'll copy this. Paste this down here. Okay, that's going to be required dates. Require the reason. And there's going to be require type. Yes. Require type. Okay, good. Now I'm going to come into my make tags here. I'll come above here. I'll set this to error. And I'll say tags underscore name. Set an H6 like this. I'll set this to message. I'll say class to I'll say text. Danger. Then I'm going to end error like so. I'm going to copy it here again. We'll put it here. Then I'm going to say type like this. Come to the date, paste it here. Say the date. I'll come to the reason. I'll say reason. Now you can see I have the name because the reason, I have the name because the tags is correlating with all these things that are there. Okay, let me remove this post for now. I don't need that. Okay, so after we've done this, guys, let's create a database. So I'm going to open a new terminal again. And I'm going to say PHP artisan make a module. I'm going to call this module to do. Say to do that. Okay, we've created a module and a migration at the same time. So it comes to my module. You can see we have this module here. When it comes to my database, you can see we have this here also. So I'm going to close this up. So right here, I'm going to say we have a table. It's going to be equals to a string. And it's going to say to do tags, the tags name. Copy what we have here. Paste it multiple times. It's going to be the tags date, tags type, and the tags reason. Tags reason. So I'm going to close this up. I'll come to my modules to do here. Then I'm going to come and say protected $guided. It goes on empty array. Good. Now after that, I'm going to come here and say PHP artisan migrate. Okay, now I'm having an error here because I've not configured my env file. So I'll come to my env file. I'll set this to 3308. My port number is 3308. My database name is going to be Z to do. Alright. So I have my examp open. You can see my port number is 3308. I'll go here, I'll create a new database. create a new one. I'm going to call it Z to do. So Z to do has been created. This is it here. Close this here. Okay, that is good. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to migrate again. So you can see we've migrated successfully. Now if I refresh here, you can see we have our tables here. We have this to-dos table, then we have tax name, tax date, and tax reason here. Okay, that's good. So you can see your own might be 17, the normal one, but my own, I changed it. You can see my own here. You can see this server here. I have this 3308. So that means I have to include it there. Your own might just be, your own might not come with 3308. Alright, so I'm going to close my env file. I don't need that anymore. I'll close my to-do file. I don't need that anymore. So now the next thing I want to do now is that I want to insert into this table here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to do, say create. Now this has already imported it for me, but if it doesn't import it, just click here and import what class. You can see the class is already imported. You can see I have the app. This is this app slash modules. This is the modules slash what to do. This to do here. So now I'm going to say tax name. It's going to be what requests. So tax name. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to copy it here. Paste it multiple times. Let's go to tax dates. There's going to be our tax reason. There's going to be tax type. There's going to be tax type, tax reason, tax date. All right. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to test it. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to refresh. If I refresh, let's make another route. So routes. It's going to be posts, requests. It's going to be store. I'm going to name it store. Say to do. Controller class store. Like that. Now we name this one store. This must be the same thing here. So we'll go to make tax here. Set this to a post. And we'll give this store. Let's say FRS here. Like that. We must always include this one always. And I will refresh. If I click on submit tax, you can see it's giving us what error. This error is coming from our validation here we've made. We made our validation here. Alright, okay. So then we set to do create tax name. Now the request, this request referencing to this property called tax name is this one here, this one here, this tax name here, this tax dates here, is this tax date that is here, this tax dates, this one here, this tax dates what's here. Now why this tax name, tax date, tax reason and tax type are what in your database? This place here, this one's here, or this one's here. This one comes by default. So that after that, what do I want to do? I want to, after it is successful, I want to return back, say back with, let me say good, and say you have made a new tags, like that, like so. So I'm going to come back here. I'll come up here to this place, and I'm going to make an if statement. Use a blade directive. So I'll come and say session to the as. This is going to be good. This good is what is here. This good, what is here. This one. I'll come down. I'll make a div. In this div, I'm going to be using Alpine.js. See alerts. It's going to be alert success. It's going to be a row of alerts. We're going to say x-data. Show. I should include this there. Say show is true. It's true. Say x init equals to set timeout. Timeout equals to the set timeout. We'll add this one, add this one. Okay, to an arrow function. It's going to be show. It's going to be equals to false. Let me close this here. Not show, it should be show. It's going to be equals to false. And it's going to go away after 3 seconds. I'm going to close that. I'm going to say x-show equals to show. So after that, I'm going to have the h5 here. And I'm going to say session good. So if this has session, then do this. All right. Then I'm going to end this if statement here. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it. Now I'm going to go to Alpine.js. Alpine.js. Click here. So I'm going to copy this link here. This first one here. I'm going to copy it. I'll go to my app template. Come on top of here. And I'll paste that. Make sure you have internet connection. So I'll go back, I'll refresh, and I'll say tax name is to build a app. Tax type is coding. Tax dates is this one. Tax reason to build a web app with chatting system. I'm going to click submit tax. So tax type field is required. Let's see our error. Tax type. Let me go to my validation. I have this tax type. Okay, I'll copy it. Come here because of spelling errors. Paste it. Okay. So I say doctor. Say coding. I say coding. It's going to be assignment cooking. Okay, good. I'll refresh again. Click on submit tax. Now I have error. I'm not having error here again. What is the reason? Tax underscore type. What am I doing wrong? Copy that. I have tax type. Tax type here. I'll refresh. Then tax name is going to be building a web app. Tax type is coding. Tax date is today. I want to build something, and I'll click here. So you see that you have made a new tax. So it should go away after 3 seconds. In case my network is too slow. Alright, now if you come to your database here, you refresh, you can see we've inserted it, right? So now the next thing for us is to view all the entire tags. That's the next thing to do. So we'll go back here. I'll come up here and say we have a route. This will be a get request, meaning to show a document. I'll just say slash. I'll say to do class. I'll say index. Like that, like so. Then after that, I'll come here, I'll go to my views, I'll create a new file, and I'll call this one view all. View all.blade.php. So I'll come to my to do. I can come down here, or let me come up here. Say public function index. Like this, then I'll say return a view of view all. Like this, return a view all. Okay, let me close this one. All right. Now our route is correct. So if you come here to confirm, say slash, you can see we have an empty document. So in this our view all, we are going to extend. So I'll come up here, I'll copy what I have here, place it down here, come down here, copy this also, I'll place it down here also. So the next thing to do is we'll go to Bootstrap. We're using Bootstrap 5. Then I'll scroll up, I'll copy this table, come here, and I'll paste it there. So I'll delete everything from there, I'll delete it out, I don't need it anymore. I'll delete this one also, and I'll refresh. Okay, as you can see we have it there, good. I'll set it to a container. Then I'll go back to Bootstrap. Table is dark, copy it. Table is dark. I'll come down. I'll come, it's dark, it's striped. I'll copy that. Start there. Okay. Table is over. I'll copy that again. I'll place that there. So let us see our table. We'll refresh. So you can see now. So here we're going to change it. We'll say tax name. Here will be tax type. Here will be tax reason. Copy one. And here is going to be tax it. Okay, let us confirm. So you can see it here. Very good. So now the next thing to do now is to view what we have here. Is to view all this thing we have here. Is to view it down here. Let me close this one out. So it's very, very simple. What we can do is, we're in this place here, we'll just create a variable. We'll call it tax equals to this to do, this module to do here, this one up here, to do all. What this all means is that it should grab everything in your database, everything there. It should grab everything. Okay, good. Then we can do a compat. Then say tax. Don't do this one, which is wrong. Just call it tax. This one up here, just put it down here. Then we'll go to our views, or we come down here and we say for each. Then we say tax. Say tax. Then we say end for each, like this. We set it CR, yeah. Then we say C data. So the first one, is so say tax name. I'll refresh. Okay, if I click it, okay, good. So if I click it, I want to create a tax. So yeah, I'm going to copy make tax here, slash this, make tax. If I refresh my code and I click on this make tax, you can see we come back here. So let's fix this one here. Let us fix it. So we'll come to make tax here. We're going to move this one, change it to slash. We will refresh it. So if we click here, we get to see all our tags. So let us create one more tags. We'll call this tags cooking soup. Tags type, set it to cooking. Tags date, set it to today. I want to make rice and beans. Now submit tags. So you can see you have made a new tags. So after that, I can view my tags here. So you can see we've what created what a new tags. If I refresh my database here, you can see we have a new tags already. Okay, so today this is going to be the end of the video. Please, if you like this video, please subscribe and leave a like. In the upcoming week, I'll be creating more videos in Laravel, PHP, and Ajax. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.